Hello student, today we are going to continue our lesson My Financial Career. Before this, we saw that writer went into a bank. He wanted to open an bank account for saving his salary. So he went into the bank, but he was not able to speak frankly or to ask frankly about opening the account, and in a hesitating manner he was doing his work. He met the manager, but he was not sure what to ask him about the bank account, and regarding his he was talking with the manager, and at that moment the manager thought him another person, means he thought that he was from a Pinkerton's maid. Now what happened next, we are going to continue our lesson. He had gathered from my mysterious manner that I was a detective. I knew what he was thinking and it made me worse. And then, from his mysterious manner, means the writer is behaving like a mysterious person, and so the manager thought that he was a detective. And this thinking of the manager made the writer worse. No, not from Pinkertons, I said, seemingly to imply that I came from a rival agency. To tell the truth, I went on, as if I had been promoted to lie about it. I am not detective at all. I have come to open an account. I intend to keep all my money in this bank. Then the writer told about himself that he is not from Pinkertons. And then he told that I said, seemingly to imply that I came from a rival agency. And then he told that he came from a rival agency. To tell the truth, I went on. And he wanted to tell the truth, that who he was. So he was continuing to tell about himself, and he told that I am not a detective, and he told that I have come to open an account. Finally, he told the reason, for which reason he came into the bank. He told the manager that he came into the bank to open an account, and he also told him that I want to keep all my money in this bank. The manager looked relieved but still serious. He concluded now that I was a son of Baron Rothschild or a young cloud. Then the manager looked relieved, means the manager was looking surprisingly at the writer, but he was still serious, and he concluded, means the manager thought that the writer was a son of some big person, means son of Baron Rothschild or young Cloud. A large account, I suppose, he said. And then the manager asked him that do you want to open a large account here? Fairly large, I whispered. I propose to deposit $56 now and $50 a month regularly. Then the writer whispered, means he speak in a low voice. He answered the manager that fairly large, means somewhat large. And finally he told that what he was going to deposit in their bank. He told the manager that he was going to deposit $56 now and $50 a month regularly, and for that he want to open an account in their bank. The manager got up and opened the door. He called to the accountant. On hearing this, the manager got angry. He got up and he opened the door and called the accountant. Mr. Montgomery, he said unkindly loud, this gentleman is opening an account. He will deposit $56. Good morning. I rose. The manager got angry and he quickly called his accountant, Mr. Montgomery. He told the accountant very unkindly means in a loud voice. He told him that this gentleman means the writer wanted to open an account and he wanted to deposit just $56. And on hearing the loud voice of the manager, the writer also rose. A big iron door stood upon at the side of the room. There was a big iron door on the side of the room. Good morning, I said and stepped into the safe. Then writer told the manager good morning and he went out of the room. Come out, said the manager coldly and showed me the other way. The manager was also got angry that this person is not sure what he was doing, what he want to do in the bank. He was a hesitating person, and so the manager also got angry. He very coldly told him come out and showed the way. I went up to the accountant's wicket and poked the ball of money at him with a quick, convulsive movement as if I were doing a conjuring trick. And then he went to the accountant's wicket. Then he poked the ball of his money and gave it to the manager. My face was ghastly pale. What happened in the bank when he went to open an account? His face became pale. Here, I said, deposit it. The tone of the words seemed to mean, let us do this painful thing while the fit is on us. And he said, deposit it, means he gave all his money which he want to deposit. He gave that money and told the manager, deposit it. The tone of the words seemed to mean, let us do this painful thing while the fit is on us. He took the money and gave it to another clerk. The manager took the money from the writer and gave it to another clerk. He made me write the sum on a slip and sign my name in a book. Then he gave a slip to the writer. He told writer to write the sum on a slip and he also gave him a book to write his name. I no longer knew what I was doing, but still the writer was not confirmed what he was doing. The bank swam before my eyes. Now the bank swam means he was getting irritated. Is it deposited? I asked in a hollow, vibrating voice. Is it? Said the accountant. It is, said the accountant. Then I want to draw a check. And then he asked the accountant, is it deposited? Means, do you deposit my money? The accountant told him, yes. Then the writer told him that I want to draw a check. He told him that I want to draw a check. My idea was to draw out $6 of it for present use. And the idea of the writer was to draw $6 for present use. Someone gave me a checkbook through a wicket and someone else began telling me how to write it out. The people in the bank had the impression that I was an invalid millionaire. I wrote something on the check and thrust it in at the clerk. He looked at it. And when he asked for draw the money, he want to draw just $6 for his present use. Someone gave him checkbook to fill up through the wicket, and someone told him how to fill up or how to write in the checkbook. Someone told him, and the people had an impression that the people thought that the writer was an invalid millionaire and he was going to write something on the check. So they were looking at him. What are you drawing all drawing it all out again, he asked in surprise. Then I realized that I had written 56 instead of 6. I was too far gone to reason now. I had a feeling that it was impossible to explain the thing. All the clerks had stopped writing to look at me. And when, after completing the checkbook, the writer gave that check to the manager, and on seeing that, the manager asked him that, "Are you drawing it all out again?" Means the writer wanted to draw all the money deposit before some time. So the manager got surprised. Then I realized, and when the manager asked him just like this question, at that time the writer realized that he had written $56 instead of 6. Means he just want to withdraw $6, but when he was writing the check, he wrote down $56 instead of 6, and it was impossible for him to explain his mistake. So he was not talking anything. He kept mum, and all the clerks who were doing their work in the bank, they stopped their writing and looked at him. Reckless with misery, I made a plunge. Yes, the whole thing. You withdraw your money from the bank, every cent of it. Are you not going to deposit any more? Said the clerk, astonished. Never. And now the writer became very confused. He didn't know what to tell about his mistake, and so he told the manager that I want to withdraw all the money that I deposit. So on hearing this, the manager got astonished. An idiot hope struck me that they might think something had insulted me while I was writing the check, and that I had changed my mind. I made a rich attempt to look like a man with a fearfully quick temper. And then the writer thought that when he was writing the check, at that time something struck his mind with insulted words, and that is why he had changed his mind. So he was behaving just like a man with a fearfully quick temper. The clerk prepared to pay the money. How will you have it? He said. What? How will you have it? The clerk was doing his work. He prepared to pay the money, and he just asked the writer, how will you have it? The writer was not able to understand his question, so he once again asked him. Oh, I caught his meaning and answered without even trying to think in 50s. But the writer was not clear about his question, and he told him that in 50s. He gave me a $50 bill, and the 6, he said dryly. In 6, I said. He gave it me, and I rushed out. And in this way, the manager gave him $50 bill, and he also asked him about the $6. That at that time the writer answered him in 6. All the deposited money was given to the writer by the manager, and he took his money and rushed out. As the big door swung behind me, I caught the echo of a roar of laughter that went up to the ceiling of the bank. Since then I bank no more. I keep my money in cash in my trousers pocket, and my savings in silver dollars in a sock. And then when the writer came out of the bank, he heard a roar of laughter, means went up to the ceiling of the bank, means all the persons who were working in the bank, they laughed very loudly on seeing the writer's behavior. And after that, the writer didn't went to any bank to deposit his money. He just kept his savings, his money in his trousers pocket, or in the silver dollars in a sock. Here we finished our lesson. We learn about the experience of a writer in a bank when he went to open an account. We will see the question and answer in our next period.